The air inside the 32-story corporate tower felt different that night, too still, too heavy, like the building itself was holding its breath. Elena Reyes, CEO at only 29, walked down the dim hallway, heels muffled against the polished floor. She shouldn't have been the last person in the building, but she had no choice. A crucial deal needed her signature, and hundreds of families depended on it. Her office light glowed faintly at the end of the hall, flickering as though warning her something is off. Elena brushed the thought away. Stress made her dramatic, that's what her older brother always said. But the unease in her stomach tightened with every step. The floor was supposed to be empty, but she felt watched. She held her breath and listened. Nothing, just silence. She forced a smile to steady herself, shoulders tense, hair clinging to her face from the long hours she'd spent inside meeting rooms. Just 5 minutes, she whispered. Grab the laptop, finish the report, and go home. But fate had a different plan. A metal cart squeaked behind her. Elena jumped, spinning. Her pulse steadied when she saw him. Our eyes, the janitor. He stood at the end of the corridor, head lowered, pushing his cleaning cart slowly. The overhead lights shadowed his face, but Elena recognized him instantly. He was hard to miss, not because he was loud or demanding, but because his presence had a quiet gentleness that lingered long after he passed. He was tall, broad-shouldered, but carried himself like someone trying to make himself smaller, as if afraid to take up too much space. His dark hair fell over eyes that were always a little too tired for someone in his early 30s. And he always wore that same faded navy uniform with his name stitched over the pocket. Our eyes. She'd said it aloud once. He had looked surprised, then grateful, as if no one had spoken his name kindly in years. Tonight, though, something was different. His face was pale, tight with tension. His hands trembled as he held onto the cart. Elena softened her voice. Our eyes. Are you okay? He blinked hard, once, twice, as if her question pulled him out of somewhere dark. He opened his mouth, then closed it. Lowered his gaze. Everything is fine, ma'am. You should head home soon. It's late. His voice cracked at the end. Elena frowned. Are you sure? You look. A loud thud came from inside her office. Both froze. The sound wasn't normal. Wasn't harmless. Wasn't something she could ignore. Her heartbeat hammered in her chest. Did you hear that? Our eyes swallowed visibly. Yes. What was it? He didn't answer. Elena turned, her instincts screaming, but her logic pushing her forward. She reached for the doorknob. She didn't even get to touch it. A hand shot forward, calloused, rough, and clamped firmly over her mouth. Her scream died instantly. A muscular arm wrapped around her waist, pulling her back before she could step inside. Her breath caught. Her entire body froze, and a trembling whisper brushed her ear. Don't go inside, please. Elena's blood ran cold. She felt every beat of her pulse pounding against his palm. She spun around, breaking free. Our eyes stood there, not threatening, not aggressive, not dangerous, just terrified. His chest heaved with panic. His face was drained of color. His hands shook uncontrollably, as if whatever scared him had already broken him from the inside. Elena's voice came out unsteady. Our eyes, what on earth is going on? He didn't answer immediately. He looked toward the office door like something monstrous waited behind it. Then he reached into his pocket, fingers trembling, and pulled out a small folded paper. A child's paper. Her heart stuttered. He handed it to her with shaking hands. Elena unfolded it slowly. The handwriting was uneven, small letters, shaky lines, written with fear. Baba, someone is inside. They said not to shout. Time stopped. Our eyes squeezed. His eyes shut, jaw clenched. It's my son. Zion. He's 6. He comes with me sometimes after school when I can't afford the babysitter. He waits in the storage room until my shift ends. I looked for him, and he wasn't there. His voice cracked open. I found this note on your desk. Elena looked up sharply. In my office. He nodded, breathing hard. I heard a sound from inside. Something fell. And then, crying. I think he's still in there. Elena pressed a hand to her mouth. Oh my God. Our eyes stepped back against the wall, gripping his shirt over his heart. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want you to go in because if someone is inside, someone dangerous, they could hurt you too. Tears brimmed in his eyes but didn't fall. She had seen desperation before, employees begging to keep jobs, parents crying for school scholarships, business owners pleading to avoid bankruptcy, but nothing compared to the raw terror in this father's eyes. A man used to swallowing pain. A man used to being invisible. A man now standing at the edge of breaking. Elena's tone softened to a whisper. Our eyes, why didn't you call security? He laughed bitterly, a sound filled with defeat. Security doesn't listen to people like me. I barely make enough to eat. They treat me like trash, like I'm lying if I speak up. And my son doesn't deserve to be punished because I'm poor. Elena felt her throat tighten. She had never heard him speak more than a few words before tonight, and now he was unraveling in front of her. She took a step toward him. Look at me. He hesitated, then lifted his eyes. I believe you, she said firmly. And I'm not leaving you alone in this. Our eyes shook his head desperately. I can't risk you, ma'am. You're the CEO. No, she interrupted softly. You're a father. The words hit him harder than a blow. His shoulders broke. His breath shuddered. Behind the office door, footsteps shuffled, slow. Heavy, not a child's footsteps. Elena moved closer to our eyes, instinctively taking his trembling hand. We will find your son, she whispered. Together. His fingers tightened around hers, not out of confidence, but out of desperation. The building was silent, the danger was real, and the CEO and janitor stood side by side, not as employer and employee, but as two frightened souls connected by one thing, a child inside a room they shouldn't open. Not yet, not without a plan, not without courage, not without each other.